question na kinakabahan kang tanungin ko?
Yes. There's no shame in clout chasing. That's what the industry is.
Do you think that your career opportunities were limited because nakahon ka sa isang love team?
Oh my God, ang dami kong hindi nagawa sa career ko.
Did you ever have a thing with James?
I don't know how to answer this.
Do you think you would have been a better Darna?
Oh shit.
Hello beautiful people! Welcome back to my channel. We are back here in Soto Grande. Thank you Santa Lucia for allowing us to shoot here. And as you can see by my background, we are going to do another lie detector test today. At nakakatawa actually itong next guest natin, suntok sa buwan to. Hindi ko akalain na mag-yes din siya, which I am very appreciative about because karamihan sa mga guests natin, hindi ko akalain na mag-yes sila sa lie detector test. And it just so happens that she is now back here in Manila and I have missed her and I know you've missed her too. Kaya hindi ko napapatagalin to. Our next guest for today is Miss Liza Soberano. So I am now with one of the most well-loved actresses of today, one of the prettiest, kindest, and I think one of the strongest people I know, Miss Liza Soberano.
Hello.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nagulat ka ba? Kasi alam mo guys, ito pala, akala niya, yung nabibili lang sa Lazada.
Yeah. The one that shocks you.
Nakita mong legit
Yeah.
lie detector.
Yeah.
Kinabahan ka ba? Gusto
Yes.
mo ba mag-back out?
No. No, I was nervous about it, but then I was like, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, I hope. I hope I never have to be in the position where I have to actually take this. But I think it's fun.
Is there any question na kinakabahan kang tanungin ko?
Yes.
Like what? Can you share?
Secret. Just
Sabi
kidding.
niya, I don't want to give you any ideas.
You'll know later pag tumaas yung pipi ko.
Andito tayo. Sir, ano nga po pangalan niyo ulit? Bunso?
Bunso.
Parang sobrang, hindi, alam ko nakabahan ako kay Sir Bunso.
Sobrang seryoso.
Ano sa NBI na ba tayo? So we are now with I Spy detectives and investigators who's going to conduct this polygraph test. So
Yeah.
thank you for doing this, Sir Bunso. Smart ka naman dyan. Kahit di naman.
Kahit sa eyes lang.
Yun na yun.
You tried.
Smiley na siya nun. So, are you ready? Ano ba yung
Yes.
expectations mo? What do you want to discover about yourself?
I want to see if I can answer this without getting nervous.
Okay.
Kasi normally when I do interviews naman, hindi ako... I get nervous before it, but while doing the interview, hindi naman.
Tsaka meron tayong fun and light questions so that we would know kung ano talaga yung tamang heart rate mo.
Okay. Kuya, galit ka ba?
Kinakabahan siya. At tingnan nga po ng heart rate niya. Medyo mataas yung heart rate mo.
I know, because I had a lot of caffeine.
Yung red na gano'n.
Okay.
Warm-up questions na para malaman natin yung normal heart rate mo.
Okay.
The first question is your full name Hope Elizabeth Soberano?
Yes. But
Malulok ako kung nakaganon. Were you born on January 4, 1998?
yes.
Did you spend a few years living in Pangasinan?
Yes.
Are you nervous about the result of this test?
Yes.
Dito tayo sa fun and light.
Okay.
Tan, 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 tan. Baka hindi siya naggano.
Hindi ako gumagalaw.
Maganda ba yung first impression mo sa akin when we first met?
Yes.
Hala, ako hindi. Ako yung medyo kinabahan doon. Okay, next question. Is sinigang still your favorite Filipino dish?
Yes.
Anong sinigang? Sinigang na baboy? Sinigang na...
No, I don't eat pork, so fish. Fish or shrimp.
Oh, do you cook sinigang?
I do. I don't think it's the best though. I like it more when other people cook it for me.
Cute. Okay, next. Have you ever had any plastic surgery?
No.
Okay.
But I also don't like that they see it in a negative way kung nagpagawa.
Right.
Parang if that makes the person happy, then
Exactly. Next question. A lot of people have been saying na pwede ka mag-compete for Miss Universe. And I remember seeing the photo where Patrick Star transformed you into a Miss Universe winner. Given all that, was there a time that you seriously considered joining?
No, never.
Really? And I think if she joined, she could have won. Okay, next. As mentioned earlier, you were born in January. So your zodiac sign is Capricorn. Let's see if yung mga typical Capricorn traits apply to you. First trait, overachiever. Do you see yourself as an overachiever?
Yes.
No,
I knew he
for
was
the
gonna
day.
say that kasi yung heart ko biglang gumagano na.
Bakit?
Because everybody says I'm such a Capricorn, so I feel so guilty about
Yeah.
it. But I think I'm an overachiever, but then I wouldn't die or punish myself if I don't achieve something din naman.
So you're kind to yourself.
I'm
Were you,
kinder to myself
were you always
now.
like that? Or do you think that happened because you matured?
I think so. I think I've only learned that in the past maybe 3 or 4 years, because before that, in showbiz, I was hard on myself, I would say, and it wasn't
Yeah.
good for my mental health.
Yeah. Next trait. They definitely do not sugarcoat. Is it the same for you? Do you not sugarcoat?
No. I say the truth. I'm actually too honest for my own good.
Next trait. Pessimistic. Do you always assume the worst?
Yes.
Really?
I always expect for something to go wrong. That way when something goes wrong, I'm not like, oh my God, something went wrong.
Do you think you're beautiful?
Yes.
Sino ba naman kasi hindi magsasabi? Do you think having a beautiful face is an advantage in the industry?
Yes. I would be lying if I didn't say I'm privileged because I look the way I look. That would be insensitive and unrealistic. Do I think that it should be that way? No, I think it should be more accepting for people who have more than just looks, that are talented and
plus,
capable.
beauty is subjective.
Yes,
to other
beauty is
people, you're
subjective.
pretty. To
Yes.
others, hindi. Diba?
Exactly. Yes, I think it is an advantage, but I wish it wasn't.
Okay, let's talk about your family.
Okay.
First question. Your grandparents took care of you when you were younger. May resentment ka ba sa parents mo since they should be the ones taking care of you?
Yes.
Ah, really? Did you talk to them about it already?
I never had the type of relationship with my parents where we would talk about
Anything?
deep things. When I talk to them now, I talk to them like a friend. I don't talk to them like a child. If I just bring up the resentment and everything, it won't get resolved in a month because the situation won't change. I guess there would be peace in my heart, but I feel content with whatever it is that I have.
Hindi, as long as your relationship works, I guess. It
I guess,
really
yeah.
varies from one relationship to another. Next. Since you were raised by your grandparents, who you fondly call mommy and daddy, mas importante ba or mas may weight ba yung opinion nila when it comes to your decisions?
I don't know how to answer this. I mean, they give their opinions, pero hindi sila nakikialam ng decisions ko. Like when I started out with showbiz, yung grandpa ko, he was against it kasi I told him when I was young I wanted to be a doctor. Tapos parang na-sad siya na I wasn't going to be a doctor anymore.
But do you still want to be a doctor?
Maybe a psychologist, not.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
you told me about that before.
Yeah.
So are you still pursuing that?
I was, but at the moment I'm not in school.
Okay. Next question. Do you have plans that you had put on hold since you took the role as the breadwinner of your family?
Oh yeah, a lot.
Like what?
All the stuff the personal stuff I want for myself, like living in my own place, or like just personal lujos, like you know,
Right.
buying bags. I'm not the
Or
type.
cars.
Or cars. I don't invest in those type of stuff. Every time I buy a bag, I have to think about like if it's worth it for me to spend that much money on something when it could be going to
But
something
what's
else.
like the most expensive thing that you've ever bought yourself?
My car, for sure. I had a personal car, but I sold it recently.
Next question. Yung brother mo si Justin has 2 kids already. Since you were very protective and loving kay Justin, are you the same with your pamangkins?
Yes.
Spoiler ka ba?
Yes.
Same ako din kay Santi.
They're very grateful for everything that I give them, but I I realized these past few years na kailangan ko i-tame yun. Like, because like usually pag Christmas, bibilhan ko sila ng like 5 to 10 gifts at a time. Ang bata hindi pala ma-appreciate if they have a lot of things.
Exactly. Last question sa family. You have a blended family setup, which resulted in you having a lot of siblings. Do you feel na you are close with all of them?
No. Yeah. So there's 4 of us on my dad's side and 8 of us on my mom's side. As much as I want to be close to them, they're adults now. Lalo na my sister after Justin, my brother. And I feel like there's like a barrier.
Right. Next, about work and career. Your popularity blew up dahil sa Forevermore. Did you expect that the show will be successful?
No.
Really? Even with Kathy?
Because I didn't understand showbiz like that before. I don't know, kasi nakikita ko naman that there were shows that, like, honestly, Ken used to do with other female celebrities of my batch. And, like, some of them took off, some of them didn't. So, I didn't know if I was going to be that case as well.
Pero ang ganda ng Forevermore.
Yeah,
Ganda.
I think it's one of my
Nakakamiss.
favorite projects to date.
Next. Kathniel, Liz Ken, Jadine. These are the 3 of the most popular love teams of your generation. Were you ever pressured because the media keep on comparing you 3?
Yes. But honestly, it's not because of the media. It was more of like...
the fans?
Not the fans even. It became like a competition of who could make more hits, I guess, especially with movies. I don't see it as a healthy competition when money is involved.
Next question. Does it bother you when fandoms keep pitting you against one another?
Yes.
Do they until now?
To be honest, I don't know. I stay off of social media.
Hindi ka nagbabasa ng comments?
No, I don't read comments. I don't go on Twitter anymore. I had an addiction to Twitter, actually. I had an addiction to reading hate comments or anything negative about me.
Talaga?
Yeah, because...
And then what would you do? Cry after?
No, I would try to fix myself to accommodate them.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, hindi ako nasasad, but it helps me fix myself and become what they want me to become.
You're searching for like their validation.
Yeah.
Next question. Do you think that your career opportunities were limited because nakahon ka sa isang love team?
Yes. Bilis.
Ano ba yung mga gusto mong gawin na hindi mo nagawa because you were part of a love team?
At the time when I was in a love team, hindi ko naisip na problema siya. Actually, yung Hello Love Goodbye ni Catherine and Alden was actually offered to Ken and I first.
Oh.
And then I wanted to do that movie so bad, but then they were like, there's another project lined up for the both of you. Tapos, while we were doing Bagani, nabalitaan ko that
They offered it to Catherine and Alden.
at first they offered it to Catherine and Ken.
Oh!
And that scared the shit out of me.
Gets
I was like, why did they do that? I asked them to save the project for me and Ken. Parang, please wait first. Because they told us then nung pinitch sa amin na hindi pwedeng gawin agad. Kasi they have to develop it more.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, we'll wait for it. Please hold it for us. And then nalaman ko na lang bigla that they were offering it to Ken still, but with Catherine.
Yeah.
And I was scared that, like, after Bagani, and then when I do Darna, wala na yung Liz Ken. And for me, I didn't want to do that to the fans, but also Ken was my comfort zone. And it wasn't till later that I realized, oh my God, ang dami kong hindi nagawa sa career ko. And that's why everybody, I think, takes for granted my talent or acting capabilities because they've only seen me in a love team.
Were you ever scolded by a director or coworker because hindi mo nagagawa ng tama yung scene?
Oh yeah. Till this day, pag nakikita ko siya, nanginginig ako.
No way. Ilan taong ka nun?
12.
Anong ginawa niya? Sinigawan ka niya?
Sinigawan niya ako sa harapan ng buong barangay. Tapos sabi niya, eto ba ang artista? Hindi ako mabigyan ng isang take. Because I couldn't speak Tagalog yet. And then I couldn't say my lines properly.
So, syempre, parang acting block yun.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Nakipagplastikan ka na ba sa isang katrabaho?
Yes.
Ay!
Gusto ko lang sabihin na plastic mo. No, because I'm usually like okay with everyone. I think I got nervous.
Professional ka lang, but
Professional
hindi
ako.
kayong parang makikipagplastikan. Parang you'd rather be
I'd rather
civil.
just not talk to
Ignore,
you. Or hindi naman ignore. Like, there's probably only 2 celebrities in showbiz that I don't get along with, or I didn't get along with. One was like way above my age, one was my age. In both situations, hinarap ko sila, like kinausap ko sila ng very maturely. But they don't talk back maturely, or they don't react maturely to me.
Na-threaten sila kasi hindi sila sanay na may kumakausap sa kanila straightforward.
Yes, I think so.
Kasi sa showbiz, parang dedmahin mo na lang.
Yeah. After a big life-changing event happened to her, I reached out and I was like, I hope we can put everything in the past. I hope we're okay, and I hope you're okay especially.
That's very mature of you. There is no denying that you are one of the most famous actresses in the Philippines. Was there ever a time na lumaki yung ulo mo?
I don't think, no. There was a director that said that to me though, and it hurt, it crushed my soul. There was something that happened on the set na na-disappoint siya, but it was mainly a misunderstanding. Tapos sabi niya, out of everyone, hindi ko akalain ikaw yung lalaki yung ulo. So, I said sorry, and then I think it was because of the toxicity of the set. So, we didn't become like super okay until after the show, I would say.
For the past year, you have been exploring and meeting with a lot of cool and influential people. Agree ka ba sa sinasabi ng ibang netizens na clout chaser ka lang?
Yes. There's no harm in, like, there's no shame in clout chasing. That's what the industry is. Especially, that's what I don't get actually about the Philippines. Everybody's so afraid of social climbing or clout chasing. But our industry is all about exposure and collaboration, and that's what I love about America. They don't see it as clout chasing. They see it as you getting the bag. They see it as you working hard to achieve your goals or something.
Being proactive.
Being proactive with your career. So if, yes, I'm meeting with these international celebrities, yes, I'm doing that because I want to gain knowledge through them. I want to gain collaborations, more fans, hopefully, if they like what I do. If they don't like what I do, that's okay too. Pero yes, I do use their clout to help myself, and that's how it should be in entertainment, I think.
You have met a lot of celebrities, both here and abroad. Have you met a personality that made you feel genuinely starstruck?
Yes.
Sino?
Oh my gosh. Blackpink.
Oo nga, nakita mo sila, Jenny.
Yeah, I was...
Jenny, feeling mo naman close. Na Liza.
Yeah, I met them. Oh my gosh, they were so nice.
Talaga?
Yeah, and that was like not just for clout. Obviously, the posting was for clout, but I really wanted to meet them. Like I'm so starstruck by them and everything that they've achieved, and just in awe. And I'm genuinely a fan of their music. So
next, does it bother you when people say na you have downgraded nung lumipat ka ng management?
Yes.
And do you really like hear people say those things?
Well, people don't think that my new management is taking care of me, or like they just say that parang pinabayaan ko na yung career ko, or like they don't know what they're doing, which is probably true. Like, Careless is a new and upcoming company, but it doesn't mean that they're not taking care of me. They probably don't know how showbiz is supposed to be or how to handle a talent like me because they've never experienced it. But there's no harm in trying to learn throughout the process. But one thing is for sure, they do take good care of me.
That's nice to know. I feel like people love you so much, and that's why they're very
they're protective
of you. With your big move to Hollywood, does it mean that you're already abandoning your career here in the Philippines?
No.
So, are you bound to do projects in the Philippines also, like movies and TV shows?
The reason why I said no is I'm not abandoning it totally. So, I still want to be able to do stuff here by leveraging my, what I've achieved as an actress here. Pero for the next few years, ang focus ko talaga is in Hollywood because there's a lot of work to be done. I'm a nobody there, so I still have to work hard, put in a lot of time and effort. And I can't do that if I'm maintaining a career over here. But I still want to keep in touch with my fan base here. And then siguro, this is why I'm doing this with you, because this is a way of me letting this is a way for me to let them know that I'm still here, that I still care about them. and that I still care about like my career in the Philippines and everything. Pero iba lang yung focus ngayon.
With such a huge following, do you have a Finsta where
Yes.
you can be more private? Talaga?
Yes,
So,
I do.
ilan lang yung followers mo sa Finsta? Yung mga friends mo lang?
Probably 90 to 100. It's more for stalking them than it is for me. I don't post anything on my Like, I used to post, but
Yeah.
like probably once every 6 months. It's really not for me to post anything. I just like stalking other people.
You also have your own podcast, An Open Mind with Liza Soberano, where you tackle about mental health. Is there any pressure for you to be a role model to people your age?
Yes. Kasi I want to be able to use my platform to do good and to influence people, to influence and empower people. And so parang it's a waste of platform if I'm not using it to help people out in a meaningful way. And so that's why I joined Mind You and also Save the Children. And actually yun yung focus ko here in the Philippines mainly is my philanthropy work.
Do you think may tampo ang Lizcan fans with your recent career move? Since in the meantime, they won't get to see you and Ken together in a project.
Yes, I know they're tampo for sure. It's kind of sad that people think hindi natuloy yung mga project namin because of me when that's not true. Like even with the cancellation of Make It With You, I was willing to continue it and it was an uncertain time.
Yeah.
Tapos, the story wouldn't have made sense anymore kasi lahat ng senior citizens na kasama namin hindi pwedeng mag-taping, lahat ng bata hindi pwede. And so, majority of the cast were seniors or kids.
Yeah.
And then
So kayong dalawa na lang yung matitira?
yeah, kaming dalawa na lang. And I was like, it doesn't make sense for us to continue the story. And I don't want to work on it para lang masabi na may ginagawa kami.
Was your Instagram and YouTube account hacked recently?
No.
I know? That's not true. Parang nakita ko kanina umaga.
I did that. Okay, so I'm working on like rebranding my social media account. So I thought like I wanted a fresh start to everything. And so I archived all my posts. I didn't delete them, don't worry. And I'll bring them back eventually when I'm ready.
Ah, so you're creating a totally different wall for your Instagram?
Yes.
Or feed?
And even my YouTube, I unlisted everything. I think it's time that people see me in a different light.
Nice. Very interesting. Next, ito medyo hot topic talaga. Did you ever get an abortion?
No.
At least nasagot na, oh.
Okay, this is
Mga kaibigan, naka-lie detector test na mo tayo.
I was accused of that during the time when I got operated on in the States for my finger.
Oh.
I was so frustrated about that because I got injured on the set of Pagani. I wasn't allowed to talk about it for some reason because I had to go to the States and I wasn't posting for a long time. Kasi paano ako magpo-post? I was wearing a cast and I was always sick because I was taking antibiotics constantly. And then I don't know if he was a reporter. He started making accusations towards me and they were like blind items. Hindi niya ako ni name drop. Pero super obvious. He was like saying like yung Darna na hindi lumipad, chu-chu-chu-chu. It was so sad because the day that he did that, I was literally being rolled into the operating room for
These
surgery
are the
on my
things that
finger.
people don't know about actors and actresses.
Yeah, a little bit before I went to the States, I was getting a little chubbier because I had came out of 2 years of exercising for Darna.
And then you couldn't exercise because of the
Yes,
broken
I
thing.
stopped. I couldn't exercise. My finger was broken, and I had gained weight, and people were seeing that. And then I went absent. So it's just sad that I couldn't defend myself like that. So I had to post the picture na nagpa-opera ako. And for some reason, people still didn't believe it. And like for me, I was in a really good relationship that was accepted by many people. If I did get pregnant, why wouldn't I come forward with it? And I would never get an abortion because that's just not something I believe in personally.
Yeah, that's my next question. Are you pro-abortion? Obviously not.
Okay, I have probably a controversial answer for that. For myself, I wouldn't do that. Just because that's my personal belief, but I don't hold it against anyone else that does that.
Since moving to Careless Music, people have been seeing you and James Reid together. Did you ever have a thing with James?
No. Why did I feel nervous though? kuya. James
Pero
and
an-or pa rin siya.
I get so nervous about questions like
Why?
that. Because people already assume the worst about me because I haven't been posting anything about Ken. We haven't been seen in a
Pero
project.
bakit nga? Can I ask you why?
I'm staying away from the love team thing.
Yeah,
I
you want to create your own career
Yes.
outside of the love team.
Yes.
I respect that.
So like, it's hard because everything that I try to do now as a solo artist isn't being taken seriously or like isn't being respected, and it's seen as something negative. They think I'm like some type of wild child now just because I'm not in a love team or I'm not seen around the same man constantly, when that isn't actually normal, to be honest. Love teams is a phenomenon only created in the Philippines, only existing in the Philippines, and to box a woman like that is so dangerous actually for their mental health and
Yeah.
also for their growth, not just as a professional but as an individual. Yeah, and so I stay away from that. But me and James, no, we never had a thing. I never
At least na-clarify na ni Liza to.
Nakakabahan ako, kuya.
Pwede ka pa i-rephrase to.
Spike yung heart rate ko.
Do you think you would have been a better Darna?
Oh, shit. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say my athletic capabilities are the best, so hindi ko talaga alam. I think Jane did a good job. I saw some of the episodes, especially in the beginning.
Pinanood mo.
Pinanood ko because I wanted to actually see how it would end up. And then also Jane became a good friend of mine after. Not super close, but I talked to her when it was passed on to her, and I wanted her to make sure that I'm supportive of it. I
Yeah.
don't feel any way about it. And then Janella's a very, very good friend of
Yeah.
mine, so I wanted to support her in that aspect.
Pero medyo napaliwanag mo na to kanina. Do you ever regret that Make It With You did not end the way it was originally planned?
Yes.
So again, that's not that's not on Liza that it didn't push through.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, is it true that Liz Gen were offered to star a local adaptation of Kdrama na it's okay to be okay?
Yes.
It's okay not to be okay.
Sadly, we had to decline because
why?
at that time I was already starting to think about my next career plans. I wasn't in the right mindset to think about what project I wanted to do. I wanted to fix the structure of my career first.
Okay, next question. In 2020, you trended when you called out an internet service provider on Twitter. Do you think nagagamit mo yung privilege mo as an actress to get things easier? Do you
No.
think?
I didn't just call them out of nowhere. That was during the pandemic when I was doing online school. And for 1 month, I didn't have internet. We were calling them almost every day through their hotline. We wouldn't get an answer. No one would pick up. And then I reached out to them on Twitter using my personal account. I private messaged them and I told them the situation. Nobody got back to me. I messaged them on Instagram. Nobody got back to me. I got frustrated because I was thinking, kung nagagawa nila yun sa akin,
Sa iba rin.
sa iba pa kaya that doesn't have a platform that big. So for me, I wasn't trying to take advantage of who I am to get what I want.
Yeah.
It was me standing up for everyone else.
Yeah. Okay, next question. Did you ever feel na you had to tone down being vocal on your advocacies because you were red tagged by a military official?
Yes.
Grabe, napaka-colorful ng buhay ni Liza. Ang dami na nating pinagdaanan.
I honestly got very scared after that, and I'm sure napansin ng mga tao na naging less vocal ako, especially when it comes to politics. I know like the brave thing would have been to like continue doing that, but right now I think more than anything I have to educate myself first on these issues
Before you can speak
before
up.
I speak up.
Pumunta na tayo sa more personal questions.
Okay. Hindi pa pala personal yun.
Hindi pa. Okay, first question. Kamusta ang lagay ng puso mo ngayon?
Okay lang.
Do you think you've changed?
Yes.
But do you like yourself better now?
Yes. it's upsetting to me sometimes that change is seen as only negative when there's positive change.
Exactly. And change should be constant. Well, it is constant. Wala naman permanente sa mundo, diba? Eto, nababalance mo ba yung personal and professional work mo ngayon?
No. Kuya, niloloko mo yata. Yeah, lately parang I don't have a lot of time to do personal stuff, but which I like kasi I really want to focus on my career right now, and I think it's like go time. I just want to work. I don't want to slow down because I only have a few years left till I...
Ilan taong ka na ba ngayon?
25. I don't imagine myself doing this honestly in my late 30s anymore.
Yeah.
I'd probably focus more on like behind the scenes work in showbiz.
What do you mean by behind the scenes? Do you want to be a director one day or a filmmaker?
Director, producer.
So gusto ko makita yung producer version of Liza Soberano. Do you feel comfortable with your body?
No.
Bakit?
I've always been insecure about my body kasi parang bata pa lang ako, kina-compare na ako sa contemporaries ko kasi, you know, I'm half white. I'm sure you can relate to this. I'm bigger than
Most
everyone
girls
else
here.
Honestly, it really affected my body image. I probably have body dysmorphia, I don't know. But like when I see myself, I see myself bigger than I actually am.
Kahit na sobrang payat mo, feeling mo, malaki ka pa din.
Which is something that I'm trying to like change, that mindset.
Nakita ko yung vlog mo dun sa Careless house tour.
Yes.
Is it a challenge to like be living with other people in one house?
Yes.
Really? Ano yung mga adjustments mo?
I was honestly like, when we went to LA during that time, I was going through like a rough period in my personal life. And then there was like a lot of things doors na hindi ko na close bago umalis. And so I went there with a heavy heart. And then like I was dealing with a lot of, you know, mental problems. And because I was around people constantly, I couldn't cope or deal with it on my own terms because I was around other people. And so I think what I did was I just ended up distracting myself with work or with whatever was going on in the house to kind of cope with it, which is not good because I didn't get to process what I was going through. So that was hard, but it was also fun.
You have your movie, Lisa Frankenstein. Congratulations.
Thank
Very
you.
proud of you. Plus, you're working on your music and Hollywood career. Is it safe to say that you are more hopeful for what 2023 has to offer?
Yes and no. I'm hopeful for it, but I'm also nervous about it. Like, I don't...
Mas mahirap pa.
Syempre, mas mahirap kasi like with that movie, I don't know how it's going to go. Hindi naman din ako yung lead ng movie, so I don't know. I really don't know how it's going.
But it could open doors for you too.
It could. Hopefully, yun yung mangyari. Sana like more producers and directors see potential in me in the States, and that opens more opportunities for me. But then also like, I don't know how my fan base or my audience in the Philippines will take it because it's
a different
movie. So different. It's a little more I would say it's not less wholesome, but like it's just not
it's very different from the things that you've done here.
Yeah.
Pero, you know, it could be nice.
Yes.
For people to see you in a different light naman this time.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. Ang dami ko ng tanong. Is there any point in this interview na nagsinungaling ka at hindi lumabas sa results?
No.
There you go! He survived!
Feeling
Thank
ko mali
you,
yung
Kuya.
dalawa eh. Or maybe I just don't know the actual answer to it.
Thank you for doing this.
You're welcome.
And lastly, do you have any message to your fans?
I just want to say thank you to those of my fans who stayed. I always say this because I know that, you know, a lot of people had a change of heart, especially with this whole transition that I went into. And I'm just grateful for everyone who has supported me ever since and continues to support me even throughout the changes in my career. And I hope you guys are excited for what's in store this 2023, and I can't wait to make you guys proud.
Well, I am very proud of you, and thank you so much for doing this, and I wish you all the best.
Thank
I
you
mean
so
it.
much.
There you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget, life is beautiful.